Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Rashel here again with another interesting video. If it is your first time to see this video, kindly like, share and subscribe to the video. To my new subscribers, you're most welcome to my YouTube channel, and to my returnee subs, I am very much grateful and appreciated for you being here to watch my content. So today we are continuing with another episode. Spend a minute with me, story Rashel, as we continue with another episode 4. And today's topic is all about toxic parents. Symptoms of a toxic parent. Yeah. So guys, a toxic parent is someone who inflicts emotional, physical, and mental pain towards their children, or harm towards their children. Somebody that is not there for their children, and they don't care what's going on in their mind. Regardless of whatever they do, they don't care whether they're hurting that child. That is the person that I'm talking about, a toxic parent. Like I said earlier, a toxic parent is a parent who inflicts pain or harm towards his child, either physically, emotionally, and even mentally. Okay, so one of the symptoms that you can recognize easily under toxic parent, number one, they are very manipulative. Yes, a toxic parent is a very manipulative parent, is a controlling parent. These are parents that, guys, they don't allow their children to make decision on their own. I am not saying like bringing up a child by listening to them, but these are parents that they don't even give an ear to listen to their children. And a good example of such a parent, you might find that such a parent, he's forcing a child maybe to study a different career from what a child wants to be. Okay, it begins like that. Or maybe the parent can be taking advantage by, okay, maybe using the child like manipulating him towards his own other parent, or even towards his own relative. Okay, so they tend to be very manipulative, they tend to be very controlling. These are parents that they don't give a child a room of expression. You know, in our daily today life today, children, the generation has changed. Children now, they understand, they know what they want. It is not like those days when a parent was to guide a child. Today, even a small child can really see what he really wants. Okay, so the reason I'm talking about this story of a toxic parent is because I find it, I've been there, I've witnessed it. I had a toxic parent, and I have seen it. And so today I decided, why not share this video to my people, to make them aware that, hey, these parents are there. They normally hurt our own. And for those people who have been brought up with a toxic parent, you can tell a toxic parent cannot give you anything that you want. That love that we normally look for, that love that a child looks from a parent, it is very rare to find with a toxic parent, because for them, they do what they think their mind is telling them. For them, they don't care. And most of these parents, we don't judge them, because I know people would come here and say that let a parent be a parent, or you don't respect your parent and they have a right to do this. Yes, there is that position where a parent can talk and can lead a child if the child is going in a wrong way. But a toxic parent is a parent that does not understand. He doesn't care anything. So the other thing is that they might not always recognize what they are doing. Yes, a toxic parent, some of them, they don't recognize what they are doing. In fact, 99% of them, they think they do good towards their children. They think they are leading them well. But in real sense, they forget that they hurt these children. And that is why today we are seeing many cases raising from a toxic relationship, because this person has been brought up in a toxic family, you know. So you find that even this person grows with that childhood trauma to an extent. When he becomes a grown-up person, he takes the same pain even into his own or her own relationship. So These parents, when they hurt their own children, they don't know it and they don't recognize it because they think that is the way. And most of them, they normally do it out of the will of what they had to go through. Some of them, they suffer even their childhood trauma. Like I said earlier, for me, I had that, I had gone through the same. And when my mom passed on, I just want to say, passed on, may she rest in peace. When we went for burial, that is when I realized that she had a very trauma childhood, and it was not easy for her. And that is when I came to understand that some of the toxic parents that we see them, it is not their wish, it is not even their plan. Some of them, it is just the ghost of their childhood that is haunting them. Okay, so the other point is that they always fail to provide love and support. Yes, a toxic parent will always fail to provide love and support to their children. They are not there to support them, they are not there to stand with them. And most of them, they'll give an excuse that I am busy at work. Some of them, they will leave their children with their nannies to take care. It is not their will. Some of them, the good hiding place for them to keep them away from the children is by becoming very busy at work. They don't have a room for their child, or they don't have a room to sit down and talk to their children, because they don't have that love, they don't have that support. They have never experienced. Like I said, some of them, they might, the reason they act like such is because of their childhood trauma. And then the other thing is that they put their needs first. Yeah, a toxic parent will always put her needs first. These people are the people that they can put their business first, they can do their work first, they do everything first before their children. They don't mind about their children. And 99% of them, like I said earlier, they normally leave their children with the nannies, or they, some of them, like these holidays, they'll drop them to their grandparents home, to their relatives home. They don't have a time for them. They put their work first, they put their needs first rather than their children. And then the other thing about a toxic parent is that they are very easily offended. A toxic parent is easily offended with a slightly mistake, and she is over the moon. Okay, you understand? They are easily offended, they are quick to anger, they don't want to hear, they don't give a room of engagement. They don't allow that. So they are quick to anger, very easily offended. They like doing things the way they want. Okay, so these are some of the things that you may see in a toxic parent. But that one does not mean that you have a right to hate your child. Like I said, no, you don't have a reason to hate your mom or your dad or your sibling. And it is not only a parent that has a toxic parent, we also have toxic siblings. We also have toxic family members, like our own cousins. We also have toxic relationships, especially when it comes to marriage. There are so many. So basically, I want to wrap and say like this, that if you see such signs to these people, don't judge them, don't blame them, but you get to understand them by knowing and get to know their upbringing. Some of them, like I said earlier, they are brought up with their childhood traumas. Yeah, some of them, they were undergone so much pain when they were being brought up, and that is why they tend to take all the pain, all their pain to the loved ones that they have. Okay, so how do I deal with such a toxic parent? How do I deal? The question comes, how do I deal with them? I have a toxic parent, how do I deal with them? And number one is that set and enforce boundaries. Yes, you get to set your own boundaries and enforce them. You don't allow them, you get to sit down with them and talk to them and tell them, the way you are doing this and the way you are going this, I don't like it. You have to set boundaries for each other. You get to sit them down, to have a talk with them by letting them to sit down and tell them, no, I don't want you to do this to me, I don't want to go this way. Set and enforce boundaries with them. That one will help, because, and if possible, you can explain much further for them why you are doing such a thing. Let them understand why you're having your boundaries. Let them understand why you want to set that enforcement boundaries between them and you. Okay. And then the other thing is that always be mindful of what you stall, of what you speak to them. A toxic parent, always be mindful of what you speak to them. I remember when my mom was there, you could not just raise any topic and you just come in with it, because she could easily go mad. Okay. Or she could easily even question you, and she has not even given you a room to explain. So before you raise any topic, or before you talk to them anything, be mindful before you talk to them. And some a good thing is always learn to understand their moods, get to know their moods. Is she in a good mood, or is she in a bad mood? Is he in a good mood, or is she in a bad mood? Because like I said earlier, they are very easily offended. And most of them, when you talk to them, 99%, they'll feel like you're judging them. They feel like you're giving them, you're showing them the way. But for them, like I said earlier, they want them to do the way they want, not you the way they want. Okay. So the other thing is that know your parents' limitation and work around them if possible. Know your parents' limitation and work around them if possible, if you can. And if you live with a toxic parent, the best part for you to do for them is to know their limitation, know what they want and what they don't want, know which get to understand what makes them happy and what does not make them happy. If you get to understand them on the other side and get to give them the peace that they want, sometimes it gives them peace, and it gives them a room for them for a change. Okay. So if you are that person that you tend to ignore them, you tend to fight, you tend to show them that even you know the way, I'm afraid that it can go messy. So the best thing is always know their boundaries, always know their limitation, and get to know what they want and what they don't want. Once you get to understand their ways and the way they want it, it becomes easier for you to live with them. So guys, I don't know how you've been brought up. I don't know whether you've ever encountered a toxic parent. But if so, let me know in my comment section there below. But if so, get to understand them. Get to know them better. Don't judge them. Like we said earlier, some of them, it is not their wish to be who they are. And even some of them, they become anger once they give birth, just because maybe she made a mistake. Maybe she got pregnant with you when she was not willing, or maybe along the journey, maybe something happened, so they get to harbor the bitterness and inflict that bitterness to their children. And a lot of these toxic parents, most of them, they tend to treat their children best of how they are brought up, or of what they have been going through. Whatever that they went through is the what they inflict upon their children. So guys, I hope this topic gets to to open your eyes. You get to know and to understand. If you're a parent there outside and you are watching this video, get to love your child, get to support them. Don't allow your child to go through the same pain that you went through. All Don't allow your children to be separated from the love just because of something that you think you yourself can avoid it. Get to embrace the love to your children. Get to show them the right way. Let us save this generation by showing them love and support from both parties, either from the father's side and the dad's side. And this will help the generation to grow, and it will help us to avoid this toxic relationship that we are seeing. It will help us to avoid this toxic parenthood that you are seeing around. Don't allow your child to make a mistake just because you were the problem towards her. Allow your children to have a good room with you, for you to have a better relationship with your child. And for that short, guys, I hope you get to enjoy this video, and I hope that if you are that person that you would like to enjoy such contents of self-development and encouragement and learning, to get to more things, to get to learn more things, I know that you will not skip this without subscribing to my YouTube channel, liking the video, and also sharing. And if you cannot even subscribe, kindly like the video, so that YouTube can recommend my video to people who I need. Okay, to people, to comment my videos to people. So remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, remember to like the video and remember to share the video. If you are new again to my YouTube channel, I am so happy. You're most welcome to this YouTube channel. In this channel, we do self-motivation and learning things, and also as we continue to grow along the way, more videos are yet to come. So you're most welcome. And to my returning subscribers that are watching this video, guys, you're most welcome. Thank you for coming back and watching the videos, and I hope you guys that you'll continue watching my videos. For that short note, thank you so much. Make sure that you tell a friend to always live a happy life. Okay, so thank you so much, and God bless you. See you on my next video. Thank you so much.